Well, it's Riley Laychuk here, coming on the air with an update on the weather that we've been following throughout the day today. First, looking at some of the highway closures, the perimeter highway around Winnipeg, the Trans-Canada out to Haddishville and all the way to Brandon closed at the moment, along with Highway 16. Many highways in the west closed, primarily because of the winds that we've seen. Here's why. Our Warren K shooting this earlier eastbound at Headingley, which is now closed on the way into Winnipeg. And here's the view from Winnipeg from our CBC videographer, Trevor Bryan. Yes, a very windy one. Still seeing some very strong wind gusts up to and maybe even in some cases exceeding 90 kilometers an hour. Officially recording 87 in Portage, but taking into account that we could see some higher gusts in between some of these readings, generally looking at wind gusts in that 70-80 range across the Red River Valley into the southern Interlake, which is kicking up some of this snow that's been falling through the Red River Valley. The snow itself, not all that strong, but it's being kicked up by some of those winds that have been blowing throughout the morning. The wind pretty much done with us, or the snow I should say, but the wind will continue throughout the day. This blizzard warning still in place for the city of Winnipeg and blowing snow advisory back to the west. Behind that, some very cold air already prompting extreme cold warnings into the far northern part of the province. Expect a much colder day as we head through the afternoon hours. The winds still kick up very strong as we head through the afternoon hours, looking at gusts even exceeding 90 through the Red River Valley, some 80s into the Interlake. But as we get into the evening tonight, we'll start to see those start to back off a bit into Saturday, looking at northwest winds 20 gusting to 40. I mentioned those temperatures dropping, so by the time we get to the afternoon, looking at temperatures falling to around -13 in Winnipeg, -16s, -17s into the Parkland region. So a sharp drop in temperatures as this system pushes its way into northwestern Ontario. A much colder weekend setting up before we start to get a bit of relief by mid next week.